What's up? Reacting to every single animatronic this year. Why is it so zoomed in? Okay, I don't know why that zoomed in like that. I don't know. Alright, we're reacting to every single animatronic this year. Just gonna wait for some people to come in since I'm a little early. For once, I'm kinda early, but these are kinda on the spot live streams. I'm sorry about that. I'll do more planned live streams later on. Alright. But I'm today going to be talking about every single animatronic that came out. Randomly, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream talking about every single animatronic of the year. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Got the live chat opened up. So as long as you're respected or whatever, if you're respective, and if you guard your privacy as it says and follow the community guidelines, then you'll be good. Because you can just use the chat. We're going to talk about Halloween 2024 Deluxe. I got Halloween Countdown. It's 131 days to Halloween. That's a good sign. When it gets to actually 31 days to Halloween, that's going to be big. We got one viewer. I'm going to be reacting to every single animatronic this year. That thumbnail was chaos. That was absolute chaos, if I've ever seen so myself. I just made it in like 5 minutes. But that's crazy because I always have to crop the images. Alright. Oh, we lost a viewer, so... As I Dance, all about. If you know that reference from last year, As I Dance, all about. If you remember that reference, then it's pretty funny. That reference is from the Costco lunging clown animatronic. That's one of the things he says, and he's got an accent. As I Dance, all about. Oh yeah, and I've got the Killer Clown Steelbook set right here. There it is. If you want to see it live, there it is. I think one of my lives was reacting to Killer Clowns live. Oh yeah, I've also got this Art the Clown mask I got Midwest Haunters. It's just a latex one, but it's kind of ripping in the back, but that's fine for 20 bucks. I'll use it as a prop, because that looks good for 20. It's not bad. Oh yeah, maybe for 4th of July I got him some American hats. It's kind of funny. I'm American now. Oh, that is so weird having multiple top hats. That's so weird. Okay. Alright. Just waiting for somebody to join. And we're just going to be talking about every single animatronic this year. Whoa! Why is there an ad already? Okay. Yeah, it's weird because I can't edit this stuff. And so it's just like unedited ABC Halloween. What's up, animals? Hello. What's up? We're going to be talking about every single animatronic for Halloween 2024. We're talking from Spirit Halloween, Lowe's, Home Depot, Party City, all of these companies. I'm going to be talking about them. So I guess just get your popcorn and get your blanket and get ready to watch a long live stream. But every single animatronic. So, hello, CC Pat. Hello. So it's interesting because there's like so many animatronics this year. It's crazy because it's June. Usually, like, July is the earliest, and maybe, like, Lowe's in February. But that's it. And, this is a pretty crazy year, because there's so many leaks coming out. And now Spirit just released everything, and I must say, I'm pretty surprised. They're actually pretty cool. There's some props that feel like they belong in, like, a Walgreens because they're not professional. Yeah, it's only June. Yeah, it's ridiculous how early this stuff is coming out. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Usually it comes out like early. Play Roblox. Hi, Bill Brothers. Hello. I loved the pie video where you guys got pie. That was so funny. That was so funny. It was just so funny. That was awesome. But yeah, play Roblox. I don't know. I used to do it on mobile a lot, but it just gets kind of hard. But in this video, or in this live stream, I'm gonna try at least to react to every animatronic this year. That's gonna be crazy. So starting off with like Lowe's, they're pretty good. I mean, the Haunted Mansion Night release, but his quality's pretty bad, I gotta admit. I own him, but it's just not. Hello, I'm Captain Davy Jones. Yeah, hello, Davy Jones. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. The Haunted Mansion Night is kind of interesting. It's just interesting. I mean, I like that he plays Grim Grinning Ghost, the classic one, so that's really cool. I haven't seen the unboxing from Bill Brothers yet, but I'm sure they'll get him at some point. They got Clown on stilts, I remember. He's pretty cool. He's got weird hair. But it's some weird animatronics that come out. I like the handstand clown. He's standing upside down. So he's actually really cool. Haunted Mansion Night is meh. That Siren Witch is interesting. I like him. I like the Siren Witch. I don't know. People are like mad about the squinting eyes on the prop, and it's like got flashing eyes that flash colors. I don't know. I don't know if it's as good as the Lethal Lily prop, but it's still really good, I must say. So, Lowe's did okay. I mean, it's Techie Toys or whatever they're teaming up with for the props. So it's interesting nonetheless. I mean, it's interesting. It's a weird lineup. They also have the Sea Diver, which apparently is, I think he's waterproof, so that's cool. But then again, don't be submerging your animatronics in water. But it's interesting. He's got his helmet, which is probably the best part. I just wish, since he has like jump scare audio, his deep sea like diver skull and his helmet would just go like, it would actually light up or flash when he says the jump scare thing and he makes them noises. Because he's just like, I've never seen anything like this, and then he actually starts making the really scary noises. So I think that would definitely fit the prop much better. I don't know. I just think that would fit him a lot better. But he's still really cool. But yeah, very interesting prop choice. There's also that fisherman, which has like tentacles coming out of his mouth. It's weird. He's like a zombie that has a squid in him. I don't know why, but Skibbity Toilet. Yes, Skibbity Toilet. Okay, Skibbity Toilet. All right. But it's a really interesting lineup that they've got this year. It's really weird. I don't know. I mean, the Halloween stuff from the companies is just definitely different than it was. Because back in the day, there was just a lot more simple ideas. But like Home Depot's Frankenstein, like, oh my goodness, he's like very realistic. That is crazy. He uses the servo, and his face is silicone, which is a professional material. That's usually used on like $500 Halloween masks because it holds the details so well. Frankie is pretty good quality. But back to Lowe's, I think their Rapping Reaper is really cool because he like bobs around. He's actually really funny. He's really fun. I love the Reaper band as well. It's just the keyboardist is online and he only moves one arm, which is kind of weird. But it's definitely interesting. Seeing the lineup. So, I don't know. Every company has been teased already this year because, like, Spirit, they just teased everything. As the BO Brothers that at least were in the chat right now, they posted videos of all the props and all their demos, so go check it out. I'd say Ghostface is a really cool prop. He's probably one of the best because his movement is so fast, and it's honestly a lot better than the ones we had. Than the 2021 version of Ghostface that I know not many people bought. Because that was kind of just a mask on a stick, on like a base with a robe over it. It was really weird, and it was shorter than me now. It was like 4 feet tall, which is so weird. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I don't know. It's definitely interesting, this whole lineup. I don't know. I think Party City might be the best though, and I haven't really talked about them yet, but they are really interesting this year. So, the main thing about Party City is that they're going to new heights, quite literally. They have Dr. Payne, which is like a weird ringmaster wearing a hat like this. He's this big fire eater, and he's like 15 feet tall. Or not 15, but like 10 feet tall. It's crazy because he actually breathes what looks like fire, but it's actually fog. And so he's amazing. His proportions are off, but he's on stilts, and so it makes sense that his proportions should be off. They're also coming out Art the Clown and Pale Girl, which Spirit's coming out in Art the Clown as well. It's like the new Leatherface from last year, but it's like Spirit and Art the Clown this year. It's really weird. You get the point. Pale Girl looks like an actor, and then the Party City Art the Clown has a horn, and it looks like it has servo motors, to be honest. Very unique motion. And then the Spirit Art the Clown waves and turns its head, so that's really cool. So I'll probably get the Party City Pale Girl and the Spirit Art the Clown just because they both wave, and I think they'll go better than the actual pair. But it's really weird. They've also got Cthulhu, which is like a giant squid monster. So that's actually really unique and very cool. I honestly like him. He's, he's got his wings, which I didn't understand, but apparently that's from his original design. I don't know. And I don't know why he talks, but I guess it's from the book. So there's a book about him. I don't know. It's weird. But he's definitely an interesting prop. Skill Crane, Skill Scare Crane. He's so cool. He's like a literal claw machine that you can buy that is haunted and it moves on its own or something. And then just randomly a teddy bear or creepy guy pops up out of the toys. So that's an interesting prop for a claw machine idea. It just looks a little dingy, which I know it's supposed to look creepy, but for maximized scares, I'd love if it looked really realistic. Because then it'd be really cool. Um, because then it'd get a lot of people. But it's got the volume control sticking out, and so people on the popcorn clown I heard were turning the knobs on Halloween, just randomly turning the volume control knob because it's like right there, and that was actually pretty annoying. So people literally duct taped that over, and I think that'll work. Honestly, I think that'll work. Spirit Slim last year though, that price tag was crazy, and that's introduced the new crazy price tags to the retail industry. Because Slim was $400, along with I think Martian Warrior, along with him, and they were both $400. And I feel like now all the props can be that expensive since some people did buy Slim and Martian, and so yeah, I feel like the prices are going to be more expensive now, but it's for better quality or something like that. It's just the Slim from Spirit, the animatronic, is weird because it's just so weird because it's like hunched over and he holds a bag and he closes it. Honestly, I would have loved the shadow puppets, and that's not too hard in this modern day industry. So I wish they would have done that though for sure. Even if it was more like the sidestepper, this is actually pretty cool. I don't know. The animatronics is pretty weird. And on some models, his face just looked kind of flat, like a piece of paper. From the side, he looked cool, but from in front, he just looked really flat. But yeah, they fixed that on some models. My local store had a pretty much perfect slim, accurate to the box. It's just he would go like, and he'd move and he'd stop. It was just so weird. But that also is happening to my Haunted Mansion Night because it's made by a company called Party Time, which just isn't known for the top standards, honestly. But Slim still looked pretty cool, kind of like saggy, like his outfit looked kind of wrinkled, but $400 no, but he's still cool. And then Shorty is awesome. I got him in 2022 with the after Halloween sale, and he was weird. I don't know, he's a weird item because there's like multiple ways to set the newer one up, and it came with the old instructions, so it's really confusing because there's two different models and two different ways to set them up. And how to have his base and his poles. So it's really weird. But yeah, let's get back to talking about Spirit this year. I think Ghostface is a cool prop, as I said. I'm trying to think, Emily and Victor from Corpse Bride are perfect. They look amazing. They look screen accurate to Tim Burton, and that is a hard thing to do. Since all the Jack Skeletons and Sallys we've gotten just look kind of weird, to be honest. They don't look completely accurate, but they look really good. And then Emily and Victor just look screen accurate, which is crazy. Their eyes blink. They do so much awesome stuff. It's just crazy. I can't believe it. But Spirit has been crazy. I'm wondering how the carnival theme will be and how it will look, the carnival display in the store, because the carnival tent, if they were going to do that, then that wouldn't fit in smaller store locations. It would have to be a tall ceiling. So I wonder how they'll do a tent, or maybe just like a clown train situation from like 2013, where it was just kind of like a, flat ISE, like just a flat roof. But if they did a carnival tent, maybe that would be a select thing for tall stores with tall ceilings. And since Giant Death Ray, which is like a tall alien mummy thing, since he is going to be in stores, I wonder how he'll fit in some locations. I don't really know if they'll have him set up in most stores, but it just really depends if they'll have him set up. So guys, let me know if you what your opinions are on the Spirit Halloween 2024 lineup, because they are quite interesting in this lineup. There's also, oh yeah, and that thumbnail was just chaos. I literally added like a prop from at least one prop from every company in that thumbnail. It was crazy. So I did that in like 5 minutes. That's why I look so crazy. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. All this stuff. It's nuts. I can't believe it's June and we got all the Spirit Leagues and all that stuff. Now, Flagship is opening August 1st. I will not be going, but Flagship store location is opening August 1st. Kind of weird, to be honest. I didn't expect August 1st because they did, I think, July 31st back in 2021. Yeah, like July 30th back in 2022. 2023, they did like July 29th, something like that. I was like counting down. And then now we're getting August 1st, so it's just kind of random. And since Flagship is always the first to open, it's just, I feel like they'll be kind of opening late this year. But I checked my Spirit location, there was nothing. But Flagship Phantom just posted that his Spirit Halloween has an opening soon sign. Live reaction. They look interesting this year. I always was into the signage because sometimes it just looks so unique on a random building. And last year the signs were so weird because the opening soon sign was just kind of stupid because it was just like yellow like lettering on the building. But now they've got a whole sign that shows the Spirit logo opening soon. Till then, shopspirit.com. We're hiring. Visit Work for Spirit. Yup. Very cool. So on Flagship Phantom, his YouTube channel, his Spirit Halloween has a sign on. So that's very unique. If you guys want to see that or react to that, then you can. But it's a very cool sign. Always thought that was interesting. I actually, from 2022, they're all cut up because they had to cut them to fit the windows. I have all the 2022 window clings. Besides the opening soon sign, that one stinks. I don't have that one, but I have all the 2022 window clings. They're just all cut up to fit the windows. Because ours has like 1,500 windows in the front. So they try to fit them. They try to fit them in. So they cut them all over. Then try and fit them in the window. Apparently this year there's going to be a lot of new window clings. So, cool. One of them is Amazing Digital Circus, which is like an online cartoon situation. So, that's cool, I guess. Yeah, so Flagship Phantom, his Spirit Halloween is setting up. I don't know what location that is. I know I saw one other as well. That was just randomly posted. But, there it is. Spirit Halloween. Yeah, so with that, Nibbles the Clown, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's literally confirmed in his description that he has, like, AI tracking, like, stuff in him. It says it in the description. When I first heard that, I was like, you so funny. I was just, like, laughing my head off, like, what in the world? And then I look in his description, and it literally says he has, like, sensing technology that senses where you are, and that is so crazy. So let's just say he's in, like, the front of the ISE display, like he's like there's the archway. He's off to the side of the archway. Archway's in front of the door. You walk in the door, he goes off. You walk through the archway, and he turns to look at you. That's crazy. I don't know. I think that's too far. Plus, his phrases are just really weird and confusing. But it's weird. It's just weird. Yeah, Spirits Art the Clown waves, which is really cool. Yeah, there's a 12-foot jumping hag as well. We don't have any video of it, but it's crazy. Max Straw, former Straw, if you know that reference. It's really cool. He's like a creepy scarecrow who floats because he's holding on to a pitchfork that like stakes into the ground. There's that dark princess that has wings and like Dagger Mike movement. Michael Myers looks pretty good, honestly. He's got like the H2O 2018 Michael movement, but he's kind of got that going on with, like, the robotic-looking turn, but, he's still cool. The Cremator is a weird prop. I think he's from, it seems like he's from CVS Pharmacy, because he just looks so weird. I don't know, it's just a lot of those props that are just, like, you know, just, like, a pole with a little creepy guy on it. Oh, yeah, we've got this nurse that has, like, a carved pumpkin face. I don't know if you guys have seen that one yet. I might have to make a separate video about it. But it's an asylum nurse that has something like that has like a pumpkin head face. That's actually really scary. Yeah, and there's also the puppeteer, the puppet like Slappy. It's Bobby Strings. I'm very glad how he turned out. He's really cool. He's got like a Slappy the Dummy type of face, and his arms like fiddle up and down as his mouth moves, and his leg moves as well. And he's probably like 4 or 5 feet tall in himself, because the string that holds him up and the strings that go to the marionette thing, that goes up like 7 feet, it says. And so that's crazy. Oh yeah, and Wanda Webworth, that being the spider, is crazy because her mouth moves and stuff, and her tentacles moves. That's crazy. Um, Barnaby the bear looks kind of interesting. He's just got one pole going down the back of him, leading to his base, though, so that looks kind of unprofessional. But yeah, and then there's Cotton Candy Dan, which is a really interesting case. It's like a weird looking melted clown, a cotton candy melted clown, holding like a stick turning cotton candy in a bin, and then a head pops up out of it. So that's really scary. That's actually a pretty scary jump scare. It's just I know that the scream sounds really weird. It sounds like oh. It sounds like a siren almost. It's kind of weird. But it's interesting nonetheless. Yeah, Giant Death Ray's got such a long neck. I know it's servos, but why? I don't know why he's got a neck that big. But yeah, Emily and Victor are perfect. Best thing ever. Oh yeah, and Ghostface comes with 2 masks. The Scream 6 mask and the classic mask. He comes with a knife replica from the movie, and he also comes with a machete, which makes no sense, but okay. It doesn't make sense, but okay. That's not something Ghostface uses. Um, but it's gonna be a great year. I don't know what's in store and what's not in store. I know Michael Myers is online only, which stinks. But yeah. Oh yeah, and there's that gravestone guy, which honestly, if Spirit sees this, I'm not a fan of him. He kind of just looks like the grave-grabbing corpse in the Barry prop. All their zombies recently just look like that. Besides Rick Ratman, I think Rick Ratman is the way to go for zombie props. So if Spirit sees this, Rick Ratman style. Because I think that's what people really want to see, not like skeleton zombies with a strand of hair on them. I don't know. But yeah, it really depends on how you use the prop or whatever, or if you like it or not. For a haunt that I'm using, I'm doing like a graveyard scene, a clown scene, really anything. Just like fears of the world or whatever. I'm calling it like fear facers or something like that. But it's just gonna be like a haunt of all different fears and things, and I think that's what I'll do. And just like scary things, pretty much, just all different fears combined. And so you can really do anything you want, but yeah. If you're doing a haunt though, I recommend. I haven't really done a whole like walkthrough haunt yet, but I will say, if you're doing a haunt, then make sure to work with the props you've got as well. Because that's how I'm doing stuff. That's how I'm doing it. Just working with the stuff we got. But it's expensive, by the way. It is expensive running a haunt, by the way. It is crazy. I'm trying to get a tent currently. A nice big event tent for our long driveway. Our driveway is narrow but very long, and so I think it'd be good to make a little path in there that you like walk around. And I'm gonna make like a wall for the inside. I'm gonna have a graveyard scene from the Haunted Mansion stuff. It's kind of late, but last year I was gonna do a haunt, but it just became a yard haunt. But this year I am planning on doing an actual haunt event. Um, but I won't be scare acting probably because I'll try and get actors. I will try and get actors. Okay, guys, I will try. Um, and yeah, I'll have the actors come out of curtains. So that's cool. They'll just like walk out of the curtains. So I'll just have curtains off to the side and the actor goes through. For a clown section, listen up. Here's a haunt tip. For my clown section, or for really any haunt display or haunt event or anything, Dollar Tree for $5 because they don't just sell things cheap now. So it's a bubble bazooka, I think it's called. It's like a water gun, but it shoots bubbles. You put some batteries in there, you soak it in bubbles for like a little bit, and then you just like pull the trigger and it shoots bubbles everywhere. And it's like, and it has lights and it's colorful. And so I love to just buy out their stock, and they have little canisters of bubbles you can get. And so I got one, and I might get more, because I think that would be fun, because it's not going to hurt anybody, it's just bubbles. And so if we're in the haunt, because bubbles are like nothing, there's like air and water. So just like have a clown come out with a bubble gun, just bubble the people up, and that would just be so fun. Honestly, I just think that'd be really good. I'm trying to get some actors currently, so some loyal ones in our area. So it's gonna be pretty fun. All right. So animatronics, I'm planning to get. If you guys want to ask me what animatronics I would be to get, I would probably say Ghostface for sure. He's very unique. Wanda Webworth, my mom and me have already sworn in that we're gonna get him. Because he's a giant spider. I mean, that's awesome. Bobby Strings, ventriloquist, marionette, stuff like that. All that stuff. I don't know about Nibbles the Clown. That's pretty scary. I already have Haunted Mansion Night, but if I have to get one from Party City, definitely Pale Girl. Oh yeah, and Art the Clown from Spirit. Those are the ones. But Dr. Payne, I'm really keeping an eye out for Dr. Payne. He's the coolest one ever. He's probably the coolest of the year. His images look like distortions, I'm not gonna lie. His head is very detailed. But that's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's pretty scary. Honestly, this year, there's just a lot of awesomeness. I went to Midwest Haunters Convention, if you guys didn't know. Definitely gonna go next year. I'm gonna try hard to do that. It's very fun. It was very fun meeting you guys. It was fun meeting Psychotic Circus of Savannah, Brick Thunder, Tyler G. I got to see for a few minutes. Ryan Taunts. He hasn't been posting recently, but I saw him in the wild. Flagship Phantom, all those wonderful guys. Saw all them. Very fun. Very fun seeing all that. There's a lot of booths. My favorite thing I saw there, though, was probably by far the... I don't know, the Distortions booth was pretty empty. It just felt like leftovers from East Coast Haunters. Well, whatever. I don't know, they were just on a little corner. But, I don't know, probably... There's a lot of little booths, just selling random things. Some of the random things I got was like a little latex Chucky prop somebody made. And then it's weird, but it's this big fat zombie baby decoration prop. It's a fat one. But these are funny. I don't know why the latex is so dirty down there, but it was only like $30. So it's like, why not get a big fat zombie baby prop? But yeah, it's pretty funny. There's also a seller who's just selling this little Art the Clown mask. $20. I know it's like a ripoff and not official, but for $20, you gotta admit that's a pretty good mask. These are the ones they sell on Amazon. They're ripoffs and they always look fake, but for display, that is really good looking. Comes with a hat and everything. But yeah, it was interesting there. But probably my favorite booth was probably the Halloween Hub. It was awesome seeing Brick Thunder, Psychotic, all them epic people. That was just so cool. Yeah, 5 points props, and 5-point haunted house. I don't think Brick Thunder is using the name Lehman Manor anymore, so that's really sad. Because he's not doing the home haunt, now he's in a professional building. In one of the vlogs that Flagship Phantom made for their collection video, he said he was going to move the warehouse into a Toys R Us, but he didn't do that. Instead he went into some factory, I don't know, some old building, but it's pretty crazy. But Halloween is coming. I'm doing a haunt this year. If you want to see some awesome haunts, at least virtually, then I would say check out my haunt online. It's probably going to be like Fear Facers. I'll probably live stream it or do a video of it around Halloween. And if you want to see it be built and stuff like that, refresh the channel pretty often because I'm going to be trying to do haunt build updates where I actually set up and build the haunt and prepare everything for it. So yeah, and also, animatronic collection video might be coming soon. It might be, who knows. But probably like this October I will have them all out. That's gonna be pretty crazy since they are like everywhere in our house, stored, because we got a pretty small property in house. And so we've just got them stored everywhere. Like, my room has animatronics in it. They're just everywhere. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. The collection video will be pretty fun. And, yeah. It's pretty interesting this year. It's pretty interesting with all the props coming out. Oh, yep, the live stream is all. Oh my goodness, that thumbnail is scary. Okay, I did so much in that thumbnail, holy moly. But yeah, there I am right there. Oh wow, it's so not lined up right. It's so like messed up the timing. But watching my live stream, watching my live stream, watching my live stream right now. But that's crazy. Spirit Halloween animatronics. Yeah, so thanks for the 3 views on the video. That was actually very the other video about spirit things. So that was actually very nice. Thank you about that. So it's pretty crazy, Spirit Halloween. I would say companies are getting into Halloween that never would. Like Tractor Supply Company. They're getting into Halloween. What? Wow, everyone is into Halloween. I gotta admit, that's pretty crazy. Why is everyone doing Halloween this year? That's just amazing. Like Tractor Supply. They're coming out with a skeleton rooster, so that's kind of weird. That's a weird choice for a Halloween prop. Um, that's a weird choice. But I'd say that my favorite company is Party City this year. I'm sorry, guys, but Party City is where it's at. Like, the audio for the freaking, Dr. Payne Towering Ringmaster is crazy. Like, listen to this audio. Listen to this laugh. It's so creepy. Listen to this. That is the scariest thing ever. I can't believe they actually did that on a prop. Um, and it's good because it's, like, from the chest. It's not just, like, you know, like, because he's breathing fire. He's just gotta, like, he's just gotta, like, he can't move his mouth. He's just gotta, like, laugh, you know what I mean? So that is great voice acting, to be honest. I love it. It's crazy this year. I can't believe it. Yeah, Target's Lewis is returning. Yes, my name is Lewis. He's returning. Lewis. Lewis is returning. Lewis is a very fun character. He's very fun, and he's returning, so if you guys want him, you should probably go get him. But thank you to our viewer right now. Very cool. Yeah, it's a crazy year. So much happening. Yeah, Conjure Maven made a movie, and she just made a part 2 where Henry Hustle dies. Like, oh my gosh. Holy moly, why? Okay, but it's pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts. My live stream, I'm currently putting it on TV. It's so unaligned. But, yeah. I got the whole, at least on my phone, I got all the classic Halloween YouTubers on there. The Beal Brothers, ABC Halloween Haunt Former, even myself, Jim Hans. Yeah, I got all of them on here. But, Geek Game Gabe. Yeah, that's my other channel, Geek Game Gabe. Go check it out if you haven't already. Yeah, so Grim Productions has been posting again recently, but oh yes! Home Depot's Nosferatu Vampire. Yes, forgot about that one. He's honestly pretty cool. He's not as cool as Boogeyman, but he's still really cool for like 200. He's the same mechanism from last year, but he's a vampire. But he's honestly so cool. I love him. He's really neat. He's just so cool. He's a great prop. Really fun. Yeah, and Spear Halloween's coming off a Jack the Reaper inflatable prop. It's an archway that has Jack the Reaper logo's face. Jack the Reaper is the logo of Spear Halloween. His face, and it's like got hands coming out the sides. That's pretty funny. I imagine seeing this set up in stores a lot. Outside of Spear Halloween's. I imagine this being a level up your haunted decor collection and show your love for your favorite Halloween store when you get this Jack the Reaper archway inflatable decor. This 12-foot tall archway celebrates Spear Halloween's legendary mascot and features 18 LED lights, giving your home the ultimate glow. Transform your entryway with this inflatable and spread some fear this Halloween. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know. That's some cool merchandise. Oh yeah, and Cerberus is back on the website. Cerberus the three-headed dog, classic spirit prop. Well, I heard rumors that he's only $130, which is a steal for him because he has fogging capability as well, and all the heads move, kind of like Super Varmint. So he's actually really cool. People are saying it's a dream come true. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far, but people are saying It's a dream come true, so it's obviously a special prop. Yeah, Costco's even leaking stuff. Like Disney stuff, like little snow globes and such. So that's pretty fun. Oh yeah, an at-home store's coming off a 12-foot witch. So that's interesting. Like a standing 12-foot witch. I'd love to see some videos of her. She looks interesting. She really does. Ours probably has stuff set up now, but they're also coming off a 12-foot zombie, but the 12-foot witch from at home store is probably the best one they sell, gotta be honest. Because that's pretty unique. Okay, Spirit Halloween is selling Sonic the Hedgehog blind bag figures, so if you're into Sonic, then go to Spirit. Because they've got the blind bags. Grandin Road, which if you didn't know what Grandin Road is, it's a Halloween, it's just a decor company, like a catalog company, but they're selling Halloween now too, apparently. And they're selling a life-size mummy prop, so it's actually kind of cool. It's realistic, so it's not just like a spirit prop, it actually looks like a real sleeping mummy. So that's actually really cool. Yes, Home Depot is coming out with Zero Ghost Dog prop. Zero from the Nightmare Before Christmas. Very cool. They're also coming out with Gargoyle prop, so that's cool. Yeah, I kind of love the Zero prop. I just need Jack and Sally, but that'd go well with Emily and Victor from Corpse Bride. So, yeah, that's definitely interesting. There's a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise every single year, and so that's always a common thing. And Spirit is releasing the Ghostbusters latex hanging Slimer prop. I remember that, and it was like $200. It was like $150 little Slimer latex foam filled decoration hanging prop. I remember 2020 is the year they sold that. 2019 and 2020. So they've returned that. And then Haunted Hill Farm, that is correct. Haunted Hill Farm is even selling things. They usually sell those Sunstar props that are just really weird. But they're selling actual Techie props now. They teamed up with Techie to make some re-release some classic props that Spirit made with Techie. So you can get classic Techie props from like 10 years ago through Haunted Hill. It's just they've changed some of the audio, like especially for I don't know, especially for like other things. They've changed it. But it's still good. It's still good. Midwest Owners is pretty fun. Minecraft update came out. That's really unrelated, but they added armadillos stuff. I don't know, and they made it more scary. So if you like scary video games, go check out Minecraft. But yeah. Yeah, so other Nate guy on YouTube, he did a video about every Spirit Halloween in Ohio he visited in 2022, and that was 5 hours long. Wow, that was a long time. But that's a lot of Spirit Halloweens. But yeah, in 2020, here we go. Okay, this is the real meat and potatoes of the live stream. In 2020, when I was young, I visited Spirit Halloween like 70 times that season. I went at least 3 times, like every week. Almost every day, I went to Spirit Halloween. And that was so fun. It was in an old Kmart, and that building is still there. Apparently, it's becoming a wholesale Trader Joe's place, but they haven't done anything with it yet. We asked why they didn't go back in there in 2021, and it was just because it had issues in the building. And then they've been in the furniture store they've been in all the way to 2023 with some different managers and stuff, and they even changed the layout many times. But I think now they're giving up that building because I don't see anything in that building. I see some weird signage in that building that's weird, but I think that might be from the old furniture store they had in there. Because I think they left some signage in there from the furniture store, like some big wall signs. But then again, they said that the Department of Health of the state of Michigan is going to be in that building. They're building an office there. So, I don't know if that's accurate, but that'd be pretty weird. Have the state of Michigan in the old Spirit Halloween. But that's kind of weird, but that might be the truth. They might be moving in there. All the Rite Aids in the state of Michigan are closing, and all the Rite Aid pharmacies in the state of Michigan. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Spirit Halloweens in smaller buildings with like big archway or something, like with a big like funnel at the top, because that's how Rite Aid pharmacies look. They have like a weird like spire in the front of them. And so you'll be seeing a lot of small Spirit locations in your area probably because Rite Aid is filed for bankruptcy, and I feel like those are big chains that Spirit could easily move into their buildings. One of ours closed, so they could move in there. I haven't really seen anything because they're doing construction on that road. But one on the main road that our Spirit was in, they now are having a Rite Aid close, and so Spirit could move there. You gotta just imagine Spirit being anywhere. You gotta just picture it in your mind, like the layout of it and stuff. You gotta think like they do, like the layout and how it would work. But yeah, you just keep an eye out on your pharmacies that have closed, because you'll be seeing a lot of Spirits probably in pharmacies. Um, but yeah, it's amazing seeing where Spirit can get themselves into. Weirdest Spirit location I've ever seen, like in person, would probably have to be. I don't know. Our local store is weird because it's like shaped like a baseball diamond. It's got a big window, like full entrance. It's just like a whole window area. Um, but it's interesting. I don't know. Like you can Google Love's Furniture, Bay City, Michigan, and you'll see it. You'll see the building because it's weird. It was an Art Van Furniture, and then it closed, and it became a Love's Furniture for literally like 6 months, and then it closed, and Spirit went in. So that building's pretty interesting. But I don't know if they're gonna be moving back in there, but I don't know. It's interesting nonetheless. Yep. Well, that's interesting. It's weird where Spirit can get themselves into. But the whole lineup this year, it's just like with Defray, he's so tall he wouldn't fit in small locations. We had a pet store in our city, and it moved next door, and so I feel like Spirit could go there. Because it's on the outside, it's just a little building. It's so small. It's just like literally from the outside, it looks like it's a 10-foot wide space. But when you go inside, it goes back like 80 feet. It's crazy. It's a huge store on the inside, so I don't know. I know freestanding locations can cost more. Oh yeah, but Spirit Halloween in Bertrand, Michigan. They might be coming back. I've heard rumors about that. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, this is a live stream though. Everyone will know. But they possibly could be moving in. They could be coming in Bertrand, Michigan. And the weird thing is that there's a Halloween store in Bertrand, Michigan that I would actually frequent a lot. And for some reason they closed. And it was interesting. It always was like out of stock of everything, and he couldn't keep stock, and it was apparently closed for years, just sitting there because the manager, who we actually knew, his mom died, and his mom owned the store, so that's kind of scary. And at the same exact time, he sold us something, and he like impulsed it, and it was weird. Okay, it was the scariest thing. With animatronics, they might kind of scare me a little, but this was unpleasant to have. It was just so weird. And then, like, we started losing things randomly. I'm not necessarily saying it's on those, but it felt like it was a poltergeist situation, because it was just randomly, like, I don't know. And so we got rid of it, luckily, but holy moly, okay. But it was interesting, and then a few months after that, it was gone. The building is there, but there wasn't a single chrome left in that building. It was gone, just randomly. And it's pretty scary. And also in some video I saw, when we would actually frequent that place, one video I actually saw was, had a Honky the Clown from Spirit Halloween, and like, how do you have that? But, that's just weird. That's a weird location, believe me. We lost some viewers because, oh, it's too scary. Imagine if that's the truth. People are just too scared. But it's interesting for sure. It's really weird seeing Halloween stores, because we have one in Michigan We have two within a 20-mile radius, like a 30-mile radius of each other. Screamers Costumes. I did a live stream there a few months ago. For their halfway to Halloween event where you can meet the actors from Michael Myers. But it's really cool. It's really weird. It's interesting. It was a cool setup there. It was very unique. And it's still there to this day. And then there was a store there as well that sold other Halloween things, but they were just a really weird store. So Screamers Costumes, down near Sterling Heights, Michigan. If you want to visit an epic Halloween store 24/7, then Screamers Costumes. And there's also Crypt Keeper's Halloween Emporium, but it's not the same. Believe me, it is not the same. It's a lot different, but it's definitely interesting. Halloween stores are crazy. Yeah, Spirit Halloween is pretty exciting because it's just so random where they go and where they come from. I don't know. Spirit locations are crazy. Wow, the chat is just dead today, bro. Man, we haven't gotten someone commenting in like 30 minutes. It's crazy. Yeah, I wonder if people actually are dead on the other side of the line. But it's interesting for sure. Like I said, interesting. Yeah, that's a fun way to talk. But Spirit Halloween, interesting. The animatronic I'm most excited for is Ghostface, as I said. Just because we need a new one. But if there's any viewers watching or are going to be watching this video, feel free to be in the chat. That's a lot more interesting. And it's just in the chat. Anything about Halloween. Halloween 2024. Anything really. You can do anything you really want. Just talk about Halloween. What's your favorite animatronic of 2024? Yeah. Very fun. I like how our most recent viewer said Skibbity Toilet in the chat. I like how that's our most recent thing. It's funny. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. There's been a lot of fake leakers, people leaking fake things. They're like, oh my gosh, I have connections to Spirit Halloween. Believe me now. And then they're like, yeah, it's blurred and it's real, when it's obviously an AI image. And then they're like, yeah, you can contact Spirit Halloween, but I know them and it's real. And then we see the animatronics released, and they are nothing like these fake leaks. And so if these are bots, then they're not. But I hope these people are kind of humiliated, because what in the world? Why did you swear by your life that they were real when they were fake? I mean, my gosh. That's crazy. Okay. So, yeah, there's stores setting up for Spirit Halloween. The thing with stores when you don't really know where they're gonna be, and it's not like, oh yeah, they're gonna return in the same building next year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. When you don't have an idea like that, you're just gonna be peeking in the windows of random buildings, and that's kind of scary. Just peeking in. I never peer into windows of abandoned buildings when they're setting up for Spirit, when there's actually workers or the doors are open. I will not stand there and peek in. I will not do that when there's people working in there. But I remember in 2022, the workers were so kind, because one of them was just walking into work, and we were just there before they opened, when they weren't even set up. There's a worker walking in, and we were like, excuse me, when is Spirit Halloween opening? Just so we're not weird, you know? And they said, yeah, let me go check on my manager. Like, what? That's so nice. Like, what? How do you be so nice about that? I know for an absolute fact that last year the workers were not good. It was ran by a bunch of teens. I'm sorry, but they didn't know what they were doing. They just didn't seem to care about the company. But the ISEs and all the fixtures in the store that they usually sell, it was just giveaway time. They were just giving them away at random. Whoever wanted it had it. Although there were so many people on the list for the different things. In fact, one of the workers that's always worked there, sadly, couldn't get what he put his name down for, and they just didn't follow corporate. So I hope it returns, but with different management, because it's pretty weird. I went to another store, though, on I think it was November 3rd, since select stores were open November 3rd. And in Brighton, Michigan, last year, there was two Spirit Halloweens within a 1 mile radius of each other. One of them I got without like the fixtures, like without like the sign and stuff like that. I got the cemetery arch last year that barely fit in our old car, and all that stuff. And at the other store, I got my one and only Heckles the Clown. So that was pretty awesome. They were in a 1 mile radius of each other. One of them had all the animatronics still because everyone was going to the other one. But it was so fun, just going to two Spear Halloweens in a 1 mile radius of each other. But yeah, it was just really fun to do. If you guys have the chance to go to spirit locations, I would always check. Do not Google the location because it's always wrong. Go to the Spirit Halloween store locator. It has the exact location of every store because Googling Spirit Halloween in this city will probably bring you to the wrong building since it shifts around a lot. It can't just be a permanent location. And so you kind of want to just type in the address you want into your map system or whatever from the store locator. Apparently, store locator is going up August 1st. So when flagship opens, all the stores will be announced. But if you're like us and you kind of, check them out, check out where they're going to be, then you'll kind of have an idea of where they are by then. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Spear Halloweens are just weird. I don't know where they'll be this year in our city. I don't know where they will be anywhere. Flagship, though. I'm not going to Flagship. I want to, but I can't. So that stinks so much. But, yeah, it was crazy. In 2022, there was people camping out, like a week early. Gotta love Tyler G. And all those guys. They were just camping out there, like a week ahead of time. So that's crazy. That guy on YouTube just posted a new video. Oh, wow, he's got his office back up and running, because he was doing videos in his movie store. In his movie room, which he set up like a movie store. Wow, he's got the bubble tubes of death in his office. That's so cool. But that's pretty cool. Nate guy on YouTube, pretty cool. He's got all the masks of Scream. It's pretty cool. He's reacting to everything live. Yeah, I feel like Nate is the new logo of Spirit Halloween. Everyone knows his profile picture. I didn't even know what it was. But then he announced that the profile picture is from an old picture from like 2019 of him. Next to a bunch of bald mannequins wearing a sweatshirt. He just like took a picture next to them. And that's always been his logo. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I remember when he posted these Toys R Us videos. I actually remember that. It's been a while, bro. Been watching since 2020. Created playlists, Spirit Halloween 2024, Zombie Babies Running from Monsters. Yeah, he's pretty fun. Yeah, he's got Saturday Night Second Movie, which is his new channel for that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But yeah. Definitely interesting. The horror community has been interesting for sure. It's a whole interesting thing. That's what this community is. It's crazy. There's a lot of bad hiccups in the community. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of everything, to be honest. Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, it's just crazy. But if you guys are interested in any other, like, videos or whatever, any other live streams, then I don't know how exactly, I'm gonna spread the word because, you know what I mean? These are kind of on the spot, but yeah, let me see. So, Spirit Carnival. Any new news? No? Okay, I see the news is pretty dry. That stinks. Okay. Trying to see any leaks for the new companies. Yeah, Home Depot's coming off some stacking clowns. Like, what is a stacking clown? They are like little individual clown props that light up or something. And you can like snap lock their feet onto each other. And that's a cool concept. Like, they come with 3 little bases for these 3 little clowns. and their legs can snap lock onto the base, or they can snap lock on top of each other. I'm guessing that's how it's gonna work. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Pretty unique. But the whole stacking idea is interesting. Yeah, Lowe's is coming out with a Bluetooth nutcracker, which is really confusing. I think, especially in the dark, people won't really notice the moving mouth. But it's not like the Reaper Band. It's not noticeable, really. Ooh, yeah. I wonder when Lowe's stores will be setting up. I don't really know. Probably later this year. Probably like in July. That's kind of when they were setting up in past years. But yeah, it'll really depend on when stores actually set up. Oh yeah, and I've got an animatronic here, uh, in its box that I haven't set up yet, so you guys will have to stay tuned for this animatronic, mystery animatronic that I bought at random pretty much, and I'm gonna be doing a demo of. It's gonna be interesting. It's a ghost. That's the thing. That's your clue. That's your clue. But yeah, I'm doing a haunt this year. It's gonna be pretty awesome, hopefully. Not really a yard haunt. I've been trying to do a haunt for many years. It's just always a yard haunt. Yeah, I stopped trick-or-treating in 2021, when I was just like 10. That's like when you should stop, 10, 11. That's when you should stop. You can really go forever, I guess, these days. But for one thing, there are like no people handing out candy these days. We didn't get any trick-or-treaters last year in our whole yard haunt. Like 2 people. Wowee. And that's just crazy. I mean, wow. Halloween's kind of dying in that form. But, yep. And we had a lot going on. I have the 15-foot Phantom from Home Depot, if you guys didn't know. So I got him at Goodwill, which is a weird place. Our Goodwill just gets random stock, like, on shipments, like, wholesale, like stuff that didn't sell in stores. They just get it. Oh, that's kind of Goodwill, just overcharging you and just selling normal retail stuff. And so they sell that stuff, and it's always so expensive at full price. And we bought some things that just don't work, and they just can't even be set up because their welds are broken. But for $50, they were selling a whole 15-foot Phantom that broke through their ceiling boards. And they were like, okay, $50, because he's missing a lot of pieces and stuff. But he did have his, for the most part, frame in his head, and so I got it. And they couldn't get him apart, so they had him for many days, trying to get him apart, and they just couldn't. And so they got him all broken down eventually, and then I got him set up here. Yep. And I stood him up, and it's kind of crazy because he doesn't have his actual supports, and that's pretty scary. But this year I'm not going to actually have him set up like 15 feet, but I'll probably have his torso. He's just missing a lot of pieces. He's got both arms, they just don't snap lock in right. He's missing a lot of wires, mechanical things. He's missing a hand, all that stuff. But for $50, when he retailed for like $500, that's not bad. When he actually kind of works. But he's better quality. A broken 15-foot Phantom is better quality than the 12-foot Mummy. So that's weird. The Gemmy 12-foot Mummy is horrible quality. Don't let people talk you into liking him. Because, at least with his quality, because he's horrible. He was set up all year last year because, he's an outdoor rated prop. I'd do the proper thing. I'd be a man and I'd take off his hands and arms in the bad weather. I even sometimes had to take his torso off, which is crazy as heck because I bolted him into the ground. My mom just got the base out. I don't know how. Just drilled into the ground. But it's crazy. It's nuts. His legs are welded so horribly. They're so wobbly. It's crazy. And when he turns, he makes a squeaking noise, and his whole body just shakes back and forth. And remember, he's 12 feet tall, like 5 feet away from a power line, and right in front of right by our fence that leads to the neighbor's house. And they got a small house, but they're doing so much construction that it crushed their house. Like, what in the world? And so you just gotta, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna set him up this year. I'm probably not gonna have him fully up, though, just because he's so just such horrible quality. But with those things, you gotta have him on a flat surface. With the Jemmy one, his stakes and tethers, throw them in the garbage. They are not helpful. Unless you want the tethers and you're just going to tether him to, like, the side. It's just, like, inflatable. That's the stuff they give you. But these rebar stakes that look like hooks, I will just push them into the ground. I'll just push them in. Push them through the base, loop it in. But they will stay there forever, just so you guys know. It's crazy. We also got a giant chain and some dog tie-down corkscrew things. And we literally tied down his base because the thieves will literally rip him off his base and take him. Made sure that didn't happen. Yeah, I made sure that wouldn't happen, but, yep. And yeah, he's interesting. He's weird because his shirt he's got a shirt, and so that's just like a sail. It's gonna blow in. So that's pretty weird. But like the 12-foot Reaper and the 12-foot Witch and all that stuff, and the 12-foot Witch from At Home this year, I especially see them being faulty because they're just wearing one straight robe as a sail, pretty much. It's just gonna be catching so much wind because at least with the Mummy, he's got some streaks in his clothes and some rips to give him that look. And his legs, he can just like the wind can blow through his legs. But no, these ones just have a full-on sail, so they're just beckoning to be tipped over. But yeah, they're pretty deadly if they tip over. 12-foot skellies are crazy. Or just 12-footers in general. If you have a prop, especially over 8 feet, you gotta be so careful. If you have a prop of violent movement like Ghostface this year, just gotta have weight on it for sure. At least 10 pounds. If you have Mr. Punchy, he's horrible from Spirit 2022. I have him. He will not stay up because he's rotating, but his base is trash. I had well over 70 pounds. I had like 55 pounds at least on his base, and he'd still tip over. I don't care if he tips over early though, because he's already broken from the box, because I got him half off. So yeah, that's just how it is. He's just broken, so I gotta leave him like that. So yeah. I just kind of had him tethered in the corner of I had him in the corner of our, like, railing. I had him in the corner so he was balanced. But it's weird. It's a weird year. It's just a weird generation for the props. I got Edwardian Butler, and our neighbor always brings their Edwardian Butler out. And so just randomly this year, I'm going to put ours on our porch as well, and they're just going to be going in sync. But it's pretty funny. But if you want to secure your Halloween props, especially if you have them outside, then how you do it is you get, like 5-inch at least. Menards sells them. Menards is like a chain that sells like floral things here. It's like Home Depot in the Midwest. But you can probably get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're just like stakes for like gardening or whatever. They're just like gardening stakes that like lay down like some gardening stuff. They're just like little stakes. They do get bent, but you have a prop in the set down. Especially if it's got a metal base, then you just take these stakes and you just like put it in each corner, in the middle, and then definitely on the middle part of the base, and it'll just kind of hold them in place for light breezes and stuff. And this worked. This worked for me last year. It really worked. And you'll have to update them sometimes. Maybe you'll have to change them, but for the most part, just like step on them like at least once every week. And if you got rain coming, here you go. This is it. This is how you have animatronic safety. For the torso, you take a garbage bag and you pull it over them. Their torso. You put a garbage bag over it. And you like just stab it for the arms and like rip a hole in the bag for the arms and where the head goes in. And that kind of just protects the module. That pretty much worked for me. That's what the pros do. And for one thing, for the heads, if it rains, you either just take them off, or if you can't do that, if they're outdoor-rated, then you're probably good, but especially if it's like latex, you just cover them up with bags, or you just bring the heads in if you're real. And if you got a wind warning, you take the head and the arms off, definitely, if not the whole prop. But careful with the latex stuff and anything rubbery on a prop. Because it will rot instantly. Like, it'll rot within a year. It'll be chipping and rotting. Dry rotting is what it's called. And not even, like, that glue spray that, like, seals the bond or whatever. That won't even work, really. And also, if you got them aggressively going off, just remember that they are gonna have some serious wear and tear after that. And also, if they're latex, their mouths will probably rip open from all that movement. Oh, probably all of that. That'll definitely open them up. But yeah, that's definitely the weird part about animatronics these days. If you got old props though, that's just confusing. Like a Jemmy prop, collapsible, then you can't really just secure that because it's just like a flat thing. It's not really a base. And if your animatronic has any like plugs or anything, always wrap them up with tape and saran wrap and wrap up the connections especially. That's a need. That's a need. You don't want your whole haunt to explode, believe me. Yeah, I believe that can happen. I believe it. Um, but that stuff is so weird. Especially if you're setting up the animatronics, it's weird. Make sure all your wires are connected for the props. And if you don't know how to do that, it's just the different color coordinations. It's all that stuff, the color coordinations and all that. Just plugging it all together, and the letter coordinations is pretty easy. And if your animatronic isn't going on motion sensor, then you probably just need to look better in the clothes because there's a sensor connection probably. Reagan is really weird because her sensor's like right there, and you got it in her shirt. You gotta connect the wire straight into that, but most of them just have a sensor with a wire coming from it. But it's really weird. They're really weird. If you want to customize a prop, you kind of can, but then again, though, that's permanently changing the prop pretty much. But it's interesting. And I always used to do inflatables, and so if you're into inflatables, then you have a lot of work cut out for you. Have them on and off at certain times and stuff. Oh my gosh. Holy. But for one thing with inflatables and animatronics, I wouldn't have them plugged in or on or anything or like fully set up or anything. If it was, for one thing, I wouldn't even have them on or really doing anything if the wind was over 25 miles per hour. That's the Macy Sprayed rules for the giant balloons because they can swerve or they can just bob around a lot. And so for yard inflatables, that's the same because especially if they move, that's gonna interfere with it. That's gonna make them bob around a lot. I have inflatables where they're tied down; they're just bobbing around in the wind, and they'll rip even. But animatronics, because they move, it can really like if they're turning this way and the wind is turning that way, it'll put some strain on the motor. It'll do it. It'll do. So yeah, it'll do. It'll be crazy. But I'm hoping Spirit will come out with some Haunted Mansion props. Because Lowe's is not doing it well with the Haunted Mansion night. It's not that good. Haunted Mansion night's just really weird. I don't know. He's just stupid. I own him. He's just horrible quality. If you guys are tempted to get Haunted Mansion night, just don't. Watch my video on him. He's low molded, which is good, but he's not at all weatherproof. And his head is latex, really weird. His mouth is already quitting working on mine. The speaker's already broken. It's crazy. Yeah, it's just weird. But yeah, it's really interesting. So yeah, if you guys want to say anything, you can enter something into the chat. If you wish. Oh yeah, Night Terror from Spirit 2024 is trash. He looks like he's from Walgreens. Just looks like he's having vacation. That's Spirit from Walgreens. He works at Walgreens, you know, he's just having a little Halloween fun, little vacation, Spirit. That's what Night Terror is. He's not terror, he's just stupid. He's night funny. That's what he is. He's night funny. He's not night terror, he's night funny. But yeah. So, oh yeah, go check out the Spirit 2024 animatronics teased video. I already did that. So yeah, go check that out. And I guess we're gonna end it, I guess, in a few minutes. We're gonna try and wrap it up a little bit. But yeah, Yard Haunt, or not Yard Haunt, I'm gonna actually be doing a walkthrough haunt this year. So check in every week. I'll be trying to do haunt updates about the builds, about the purchasing, all that stuff. Trying to do weekly videos and stuff. YouTube Shorts and all that stuff. Animatronics will be purchased this year. I'll be buying them, so check that out. Check out for the channel for spirit updates and all that stuff, and Halloween store updates. I always try and post that stuff kind of quick. All that stuff. Party City, Home Depot, Lowe's, Spirit, all that stuff I document. I'll even document companies like Joann Fabrics when they put out Halloween stuff. I did that a few months ago. I can't believe they had Halloween out. But I really will post anything. Anything scary, anything spooky. Like I even posted Minecraft, making a Minecraft a horror game. Just all that stuff. I will post pretty much anything scary. So yeah, just go check it out. And yeah, and if you want to see anything, any special kind of Halloween video this year, then I guess I'll give you a good like 30 seconds. If you want any special kinds of Halloween videos on the channel, then I guess just put it in the chat right now while we still have it open. If you want anything special to, be released, because I have been doing quite a lot. And I'm also visiting Spirit Halloween stores. And so if you have a certain Spirit Halloween, like in the state of Michigan, I will try and get to it. If you would like me to check out that store. But very cool. And awesome. So this is going to be an interesting year, 2024. I might be doing lives like this every once in a while, so that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Checking out everything. And for everything horror, this is ABC Halloween, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys, and stay tuned for more scariness. And for everything horror, this is ABC Halloween, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.